This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning to you. Time to rise and shine on your Tuesday. Get back in the swing of things after the holiday. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Michelle Chamberlain, and for Rebecca Smith. It's May 31st, the last day of May.
Can you believe it?
No,
June tomorrow. Good to have you with us. 6:31 our time right now. The mother of a Lexington family injured in a deadly crash in Texas will return to Kentucky today to reunite with her surviving daughters.
State police are trying to figure out what led to a double shooting in Knox County.
And we'll look back at Memorial Day ceremonies across the Bluegrass as hundreds of people gathered to honor those who have served to protect our freedom.
Very pleasant start to your last day of May. We're heading off into June. Unbelievable. We're there in the upper 50s, lower 60s. Awesome looking start. 86 degrees by the afternoon. Pretty warm conditions today, but today's not the focus. The next several days are, because that's when we start to see some rain. I'll show you when that moves on in coming up.
And let's get right to the news. We've been following their story for more than a week now, and today Hilda Avalar will return to the Bluegrass after being involved in a deadly crash out in Texas.
Hilda will begin her rehab, but more importantly, she will be reunited with her two surviving daughters, Kimberly and Bibianne. And Hilda lost her husband and 3 sons. This is just a terrible story. WKYT's Mike Byer joins us live with a look ahead to the much anticipated reunion. Mike?
It is a tragic story, Michelle, but the good news is 3 members of the Avalar family who were injured in that Texas crash are on the road to recovery. The mother, Hilda Avalar, is expected to be transferred here to Cardinal Hill Rehabilitation Hospital sometime today. Now, tragedy struck the family a little over a week ago, if you recall. While visiting family in Texas, the van they were driving was rear-ended by a car, pushing them into a path of an 18-wheeler. Hilda's husband, Israel Avalar, and the couple's 3 sons, Kevin, Daniel, and Matthew, were all killed. Their 11-year-old daughter, Kimberly, Israel's mother, and Hilda were all seriously injured in the crash. Kimberly is back in Kentucky at Kentucky Children's Hospital. The oldest daughter, Bibianne, was in Kentucky when the crash happened. She's now by her sister's side and soon will be by her mother's side here at Cardinal Hill. Now, the family attended Clays Mill Baptist Church for 15 years. Pastor Jeff Fugate says that a member from the church is currently building ramps to the entrances of their home, so once they are released from the hospital, they will be able to get inside their house. Live in Lexington, Mike Byer, WKYT.
Terrible circumstances, and we just, our thoughts are with that family as they try to piece things together now.
Yeah, you just can't imagine. It's really a tough story. So moving on, state police say 2 women were rushed to the hospital after being shot in Knox County.
This happened last night in the Gray community near Barberville, and new this morning we have learned the accused shooter has been arrested. WKYT's Mark Barber is at our live desk with the latest on the investigation. Mark?
Good morning, Bill. And that investigation is focusing on 38-year-old Brian Brunch. He was arrested 6 hours ago and charged with 2 counts of attempted murder. Investigators say he shot the 2 women on Bailey Hollow Connected Road last night. They were found in critical condition around 8:30. The women are now at the medical center at the University of Tennessee. Bunch was taken to the Knox County Detention Center after he was found in his home 4 hours after the shooting. The 38-year-old accused of trying to kill the women describes himself online as the president of Bunch Enterprises, a limited liability company in Barberville. Investigators still do not know why the 2 women were shot. They say the double shooting happened on a road that does not have a lot of traffic.
It's a 1-lane gravel road. There's no houses anywhere, and there's not a lot of people that you can tell travels this roadway a lot.
This morning we've learned that this is not the first time that Bunch has been arrested by state police. He was jailed after a drug roundup back in September and charged with 3 counts of drug trafficking. The 38-year-old is now charged with 2 counts of attempted murder in this latest case against him. From the live desk, Mark Barber, WKYT.
Thank you, Mark. New this morning, Lexington police are searching for the man behind an armed robbery. It happened around 11:30 last night on Village Drive off of Versailles Road. They say the suspect pulled a knife on the victim and stole some cash. Police tell us the suspect was wearing all black and had a mask over his face.
Also new this morning, a couple of local businesses have some damage to clean up after overnight break-ins. Somebody smashed out a window at Missy's Pies on East High Street in Lexington, and the front door at the Black Market down the street was also shattered out. Police are not sure if anything was stolen either place. Deputies are also investigating a deadly 4-wheeler accident in Laurel County. Investigators say it happened on South Old Whitley Road after a 17-year-old boy lost control of his four-wheeler and crashed into a tree. The teenager was taken to the hospital for treatment. And deputies say his passenger, a 17-year-old girl, was also taken to the hospital, and she later died. Their names have not been released.
Lexington police are also investigating a crash involving a police cruiser. We're told that a cruiser crashed into a car last night at the intersection of Harrodsburg Road and Man of War. No one was seriously hurt, and police suspect their officer may be at fault.
A new survey shows Kentuckians are not happy with Governor Matt Bevin at the moment, just months after winning the election in the Commonwealth. The survey by Morning Consult shows Governor Bevin has one of the lowest approval ratings in the entire country. According to the non-scientific survey, Bevin's approval rating sits at 33%. The survey showed only 3 other governors received lower approval ratings. Massachusetts Governor Charlie Baker received the highest rating at 72%.
A Western Kentucky man accused of destroying hundreds of crosses in a Henderson County cemetery has apologized. Henderson police arrested 27-year-old Anthony Burris for driving through the Veterans Crosses at Central Park over the weekend. Now, Burris says he doesn't remember anything from that day, but after seeing the story and video evidence putting him at the scene, he planned to turn himself in. He's now facing several charges. Burris apologized to the community from behind bars.
I did not mean to do any of this. I did not mean to cause any of you all this grief. And I would just let them know that I did not mean to. And from the bottom of my heart that I am sorry.
Burris says he's willing to do anything to make up for his actions and even volunteered to clean up the exhibit by himself. He is expected to be arraigned later this week.
An Eastern Kentucky family is wanting some answers this morning after they say someone stole items right off of their baby's gravesite. Amberly Pace says metal angel wings along with small butterfly lights were taken off of her daughter's grave at Grassy Branch Cemetery in Leslie County. Pace says other graves at the cemetery also have items missing. She says it is unclear when the items were taken.
After January's winter storm caused millions of dollars worth of damage, owners of many Lake Cumberland marinas tell us they had a great Memorial Day weekend. More than 80 slips were damaged at Jamestown Marina. The manager there says they had one of their best Memorial Day weekends in recent history, despite repairs still being made to their docks. Officials say the final repairs are expected to be finished within the coming weeks. Thousands of fallen soldiers were honored across the Bluegrass for Memorial Day. Among them, more than a dozen Kentucky National Guard officers. 18 names were added to the Guard's memorial at the Boone National Guard Center in Frankfort. Their names join the more than 250 names already on that memorial.
One of the state's largest Memorial Day ceremonies was held at Camp Nelson National Cemetery in Jessamine County. Around 1,000 people attended that service, which began with a flyover from 2 Black Hawk helicopters. The Deputy Commissioner of Veterans Affairs, Heather French Henry, was this year's keynote speaker. Lexington Cemetery also held its annual Memorial Day remembrance. Highlighting the events was the Camp Nelson Honor Guard, who brought out a caisson with a flag that was raised to half-staff. Hundreds of veterans are buried at the cemetery, some dating back as far as the Civil War.
A special Memorial Day ceremony was also held in Rowan County to remember military members killed in action. Members of American Legion Post 126 presided over a flag-raising ceremony at the Freedom Park Veterans Wall in Moorhead. A parade followed the ceremony through downtown to honor fallen veterans for Memorial Day. And a lot of great stuff happening out there yesterday.
Yeah, a lot of people, rightly took some time out to be reflective and think about what the holiday really meant. Yeah.
It's good to see. So let's check in now to see how traffic's moving along this morning.
Here is Officer Don with our check on live drive traffic on this Tuesday that feels a little bit like a Monday. Good morning, Don.
Good morning. Well, it does, but you know what? Traffic is pretty light around the city, so that's the great news. We just checked the inner and outer loops of New Circle past Richmond Road. We're looking good there. No problems right now on Man of War, and it looks like we're clearing that trouble we had on Paris Pike. Our drive times this morning, we should be okay on the way in, with no significant issues to report coming in from Richmond, Madison County. 75 across the Clays Ferry Bridge, and the interstate looks okay. And so does Nicholasville, holding 12 to 13 minutes. Inbound from Versailles past the county line. No problem problems so far. Of course, we'll keep an eye on things and keep you up to date throughout the morning. Now back to you.
Okay, hopefully it's a good ride-in for everybody. Thank you very much, Don. And don't forget, you can get the latest traffic and weather information anytime with the WKYT Weather Plus Traffic app. Download that for free in the app or Google Play stores. Tuesday on WKYT This Morning. Good to have you with us. 6:41, our time right now.
A California dentist is helping patients get over their fear of getting their teeth worked on. Oh, goodness. Find out how. Just a minute.
That's my baby.
We're looking at a pretty nice day in store, but what we are tracking thunderstorms in the next few days. I'll show you exactly when I expect these storms to move on in, coming up next.
Now, your hour-by-hour forecast with meteorologist Micah Harris.
Yeah, such a good-looking start to the day. Only a few clouds out and about, and things feel great, too, as you walk out the door. No rain there on the roadway, so you're good to go. Watch out for a little fog here and there. It's not really a big issue. No advisory outside. Just heads up for it, especially those valley regions. In east and southeastern Kentucky, you guys got to be used to it by now. You get it about every morning. At 59 degrees as we travel off into, say, the Bourbon County region, Montgomery County, and Owen County. Good morning to you guys. Off toward the east, or west rather, we're holding down the BG Parkway. Not hearing of any issues down the BG Parkway. Travel conditions look pretty good. Down south, go down 27 and 127. Looks pretty good. 68 down toward Marion and Taylor. Haven't heard of any issues. We're sitting there in the 50s this morning. So a pleasant start this morning. We drive in towards your afternoon, a warm one in store at 86 degrees, and we're also staying dry. Now, I can't say 100% dry. You'll see there on the 7-day forecast, throw in a 10% chance of rain, because this is that type of setup. You just can't rule it out. So watch out for a pop-up thunderstorm. That's about it. No widespread weather. Then things change tomorrow. Watch what happens tomorrow. We'll get a few rumbles of thunder here and there. There's the afternoon hours. It's still going to be pretty warm and also muggy too. And then we travel off into the evening hours. Still a couple of rumbles here and there. So if you have any plans tomorrow heading out to the ball fields, just know a possible rumble of thunder will pass you. And then we drive off into your Thursday. Now, Thursday is totally different because now that front is getting overhead. And when the front's overhead, then you can expect some pretty unsettled weather. And we're going to have that not only Thursday, as you can see, pretty widespread rain, but also Friday, too. Friday doesn't look all that good. So Thursday and Friday are your rainy days. Towards your weekend, that front sags south of us. Well, it's still a little bit over us, so that'll give us about a 40% chance of rain Saturday and Sunday. But I think the big picture here is, on Saturday and Sunday, is that cooler air filtering on in. You'll really feel a difference, not only temperature-wise, that muggy feel. It won't be with us as we travel off towards your weekend. Look at those temperatures. We're at 75 on Sunday, 74 on Monday, and that's going from 86 today, 87 tomorrow. We've had multiple days in a row where we've been there in the low to mid-80s. We're going to do it again today and tomorrow, guys. If you're trying to knock out some yard work, you weren't able to do it this weekend or yesterday because of everybody over, or you're heading that way or this way. Do it today, because tomorrow you'll have a possible rumble of thunder, and then Thursday and Friday is going to be hard to really do it with that front overhead. It's going to be tough to do.
So that's what you'll be doing today after work, right?
That's what I will be doing.
That's a good idea, you know.
That's exactly
You
right.
got to relax over the weekend. Now take care of that today. Good deal. More nice weather on the way.
Yes, I like it.
6:47 is our time.
So have you ever known anyone who's scared to go to the dentist?
A lot of folks are,
Yes.
you know. Well, a dentist out in Beverly Hills has found a companion for her patients to help prevent that fear, and her name is Dr. Softy. She is a Labradoodle, and while the dentist works on a patient's teeth, Dr. Softy jumps into their laps, helps keep their minds off the fear. The Labradoodle is in such high demand that patients now have to reserve her when they make appointments. Be sure she's available to come in the room.
Look at that picture. That's a good idea. You know, another good idea?
That's
Get
a
him
fun
some
one.
headphones, because it's the noise that makes the dentist get
Well, that's,
scary.
yeah,
I think.
yeah. I get that.
You know, that noise.
If you still feel that pull, though, you know.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if you're
not
off
a
to the
good day.
dentist today, have a good day in the chair. 6:48 on WKYT this morning.
More news when we come back.
Coming up, more rain forecast for flood-weary Texas. We report from one of the hardest hit areas, plus scrutiny over millions Donald Trump says he raised for veterans. We run the numbers before he faces reporters. More real news coming up on CBS This Morning, next.
Welcome back to WKYT this morning. Your time is 6:51. We're looking at the CBS This Morning studios.
Getting ready to go, 7 o'clock with all the latest from around the world, and of course your eye opener and our local updates throughout CBS This Morning, which is America's fastest growing network morning newscast. We'll see you with that coming up in a few minutes.
Right now we have a traffic alert to pass along to you this morning.
One lane of inbound Paris Pike is shut down while Lexington police investigate a crash. A tow truck slammed into a tree near the Bourbon County line. Crews arrived on scene about 5:40 this morning. Stay with WKYT on air and online for updates on that situation. A young man has died in a motorcycle crash in southern Kentucky. The Laurel County Sheriff's Office says the bike crashed into a tree on Kentucky 363 south of London. Deputies say 22-year-old Sean Couch was driving the motorcycle, and he was pronounced dead at the scene.
A man is in jail this morning after police say he attacked a woman outside a downtown Lexington bar. Now, police say Damon Dixon wanted to do magic tricks for the victim in exchange for money. When she refused and got into the cab, police say Dixon grabbed her, threw her up against a wall, and stole her wallet. The victim's friend chased Dixon down and held him until police got there. Dixon is in jail on a robbery charge.
An accident at the Cross Bronx Expressway left a tractor trailer hanging over the guardrail in New York on Monday. The crash happened in the westbound lanes just after noon. It involved multiple vehicles. Something to see there if you want to take a look. One person was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. The NYPD says the cause of that crash remains under investigation, but it's believed that a van may have cut off the semi, causing the driver to lose control.
Nearly 40,000 Verizon workers return to work tomorrow after being on strike since mid-April. Now, the tentative contract deal includes a nearly 11% pay raise over 4 years, but it also makes changes to employees' health care plans to save Verizon money. Union members still need to vote on the deal.
Donald Trump says he will give a full accounting today of the veterans fundraiser he held in lieu of attending a January Fox News debate. He told CNN that the event garnered close to $6 million, the figure that he has touted for months. The campaign has faced tough questions about the money and where the money is going. Trump says the reporting delay has been due in part to a delay in collecting the donations.
The Florida State Highway Patrol is investigating a shocking road rage incident. 2 motorcycle riders were injured after a driver ran over them just north of Tampa, Florida. And it was all caught on camera. It was crazy video. Hannah Daniels takes a look at the viral video.
You can hear the screams from onlookers as the driver of this silver car goes up on 3 wheels when he runs over the motorcycle, knocking the couple off the bike. Joe Calderazzo, a Navy veteran, is the man you see falling to the ground.
Well, I thought the guy was trying to kill us, obviously. I mean, he's willing to back up and purposely hit the bike and then kept on going. You know, you don't know what's going through your mind. You know, is he going to he gets past us, is he going to put the car in reverse? You know, is he going to turn around? Is he going to stop, pull out a gun? You know, you don't know what's going on.
The road rage incident happened north of Tampa on Memorial Day. The man shooting the video says he witnessed a heated exchange between the bikers and the driver and started recording when he felt the situation escalating. The driver, 31-year-old Robert Paul Vance, was arrested a short time later and is being charged with hit and run, a moving traffic violation, and aggravated battery. According to Florida State Corrections, he is a habitual traffic offender. As for the couple, you see them getting up after being hit, and they are expected to be okay. Hannah Daniels, CBS News.
That's crazy video. The 2 bikers were being treated in a Florida hospital last night for non-life-threatening injuries.
Hope they're okay, certainly. Our time this morning is 6:55. Already a busy day in our newsroom as we keep you updated on WKYT.com. We're following up after a man was arrested in a Knox County shooting. 2 women have been flown to a Tennessee hospital for their injuries. We're checking up on them and also trying to find out more about all the circumstances in that. It comes after there were 3 unsolved shootings in a 30-hour period in Lexington. One of those was fatal. Now, we have an interactive map and timeline of all the shootings this year, the Lexington homicides. It's been a bad trend in 2016 so far. Approval ratings for governors across America are out this morning. Governor Matt Bevins comes in at 33% in this non-scientific survey. That was among the lower ratings in the survey. Massachusetts Governor Charlie Baker has the highest approval of any governor in the country at 72%. We also look at the prevalence of cancer in Kentucky and the outcomes being achieved. Our Amber Philpott with a frank discussion with the head of the UK Markey Cancer Center and some eye-opening numbers as well on our website this morning. Kentucky.com has some recruiting info, also looks at how some of Cal's top targets fared in the Nike circuit. And also trending on that website this morning, a lot of people are remembering Don McNay, the financial expert, go-to person for lottery winners, and a nationally known writer who died suddenly over the weekend. CBS This Morning is coming up shortly with your eye-opener, and we'll have local updates. Join us on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. And for the latest, WKYT.com.
Yeah, we're starting off this morning really nice. So as you're heading out on the roadways, I haven't heard of many issues whatsoever. We travel off into your afternoon, and we're at 86 degrees, guys. It's another warm one in store and muggy, but at least we stay mainly dry. I can't rule out a pop-up storm. But for the most part, that rain comes in the next few days. So just enjoy the dry weather while it lasts.
Enjoy the moment.
Get the chores done, all of that, right? Hey, nobody's more up to date than you to start your day. Thank you for being with us on WKYT.
Have a great day.